So you got the Senior Bowl going on, and here in Washington, D.C., lots of questions about what do the Redskins do at quarterback. You saw probably the video or pictures of Alex Smith. Nobody really expects him to be back, definitely not to start the season, if at all, in his career. What do you see the Redskins doing with their first-round pick? Do you think they lock in on a quarterback? What are you hearing?
Well, the problem with the NFL is before you get to the draft, you go to free agency. And will they bring in a veteran quarterback? And hasn't that really been the MO in recent years? I don't know whether it's the fumes of RG3, but I could see, and I've heard people suggest, and I think it's more speculation than belief, but the idea that maybe Joe Flacco makes the quick trip from Baltimore to D.C. and he becomes the guy.
They're not going to be able to afford him because they still got to pay Alex Smith all that money.
Well, I know that's going to be a challenge. I mean, that pushes it toward a younger and cheaper guy, or maybe they wait for the free agent market to get picked over a little bit. Maybe they go after Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know how much he's going to command. He got $5 million on the open market last year. Now, there's a greater level of faith in what he can do, I guess, but he played that Week 17 game for the Saints against the Panthers, and it was not impressive. So, if you go free agent, maybe, I don't know, you go Ryan Fitzpatrick, is he a one-year bridge, and you think that Alex Smith can come back after a year out of football? I think really what they need to know before March, they need to have the best information they can possibly get about the prognosis for Alex Smith. Can he play in 2019? Can he play in 2020? Do we just have to write this off and pay the injury guarantee and do what we can to try to put a team out there on the field? I mean, this is potentially a disaster at the quarterback position. And, I know it's popular to criticize Bruce Allen right now, but you could go back to a year ago and say, why in the hell did you feel compelled to extend this guy's contract? If they hadn't extended his contract, they'd be able to walk away right now and they'd have all that cap space moving forward.
Well, Bruce Allen, 59, 84, and 1 since he's been with the Redskins. That's why he gets the criticism.
And he keeps telling people he's close, that the Redskins are close to winning a championship.
Right, which drives fans crazy.
Here's my take on Dan Snyder from 500 miles away, literally. Did he at some point just and he was like Jimmy Haslam is, right? He was so heavily involved, and at some point he just kind of shut down. And I feel like he's shut down and he can't start up again, that he's just willing to tolerate this mediocrity because he realizes life is a heck of a lot easier than when you're driving yourself crazy trying to make a football team better when nothing you do is going to make the team better.
But Mike, definitely spending time on his $100 million yacht, but supposedly he was in on the pursuit of Todd Bowles.
Yeah, like he was tip of the spear to try to get Bowles to sign here before he went to Tampa.
And that was the place where it looked like he was going to be headed when it first happened. Then Bruce Arians resurfaces and off you go. How many different defensive coordinators did they try to hire while they already had a defensive coordinator on the payroll? 3, 4?
And not only that, the word came out from Bruce's presser down in Mobile that Greg Minuski, and who knows if you can believe Bruce Allen at this point, that was sitting in on the meetings for the guy that's allegedly going to replace him.
It's just a mess, and I don't know how you stay engaged. Every year as a fan you look for hope, and every year you want to think that if things go your way, you can make it to the playoffs and maybe get lucky and win a couple playoff games, maybe get to the Super Bowl. And look, the team wasn't horrible early in the year. There was a point, 5-2, 6-2, and then it all fell apart. But it's just unfortunate that there isn't that same sense in Washington that there is in other cities, that there is a real sense that you can pull it together. There is a real sense that with the right move here, the right move there, a contending team can be crafted when you don't have faith in the people who are making the moves.